that's a quick taste of the sounds on this really lovely 1967 Martin D-18. We know it's a 67, of course, from the serial number, which just barely goes from 66 into 67. Now, why is that significant? Well, in 67, actually, I think on some late 66s as well, the specs start to change a little bit. Most notably, you get the switch from the classic tortoiseshell Martin pickguard. I love the tort on that. Look at the different angles of those lines on there. Beautiful piece of tort. Switches from that to the black. Now, the black's not bad. It's not like I hate it or anything. I just like the classic tort better. So you still kind of retain, by this point, still a lot of the classic look, feel, and build of the older ones. Another key thing is you still have the small maple bridge plate in this year. I think it's around 68 they switched to a larger rosewood bridge plate, which I don't know if there's a huge difference in sound. I think there probably is a little bit of a difference, but the smaller maple bridge plate is preferable. So other thing about this guitar, it's very clean. I mean, the top is, exceptionally nice. There's some like areas of finish checking in certain areas, but there's no cracks that go through the wood or anything like that. It's just finish checking in a few areas, like here along the edge of the pickguard. You can see like a little bit of a line through the finish, and here by the bridge there's a little bit of checking that comes down, but I've looked at it all carefully, and there's no cracks that go through the top. So it's crack free on the top and the back and the sides, which is nice to see. And I think that winter builds tend to fare better than the summer builds. Winter, it's just built in wintertime. And back in these days, the climate control in these buildings wasn't the same. So it's going to be a lot colder, and there's going to be a lot less humidity when it's constructed. I think that on balance, the guitars I've had that are winter builds tend to fare a lot better. They don't develop a lot of cracks or huge bracing glue issues or stuff. And I think that's the case with this one. So anyway, that's my theory. If you have thoughts about that, feel free to let me know in the comments. This guitar has not had a neck reset. The saddle has been lowered to facilitate the lowest action we can reasonably get. The action's good. It's not bad. If you were to dial it in like perfectly, it would be just a hair lower. So if you play bluegrass, this is going to work. It's going to work great for you. If you really, really, really like your acoustics with super duper low action, you're going to need to do a neck reset. And years down the road, it'll eventually need one. Everyone does. So anyway, it hasn't been done. It doesn't need it right now to make it playable, enjoyable to play, and fun to play with, decently appropriate action. But full disclosure, if you want to have it like perfectly dialed in with the right saddle height and everything, you're going to have to reset the neck. A couple other things about it. Finish is very clean on it. There are some areas on the back where you can kind of see some marks and lines. Those appear to be from the finish reacting with something in the case. So either a guitar strap, maybe a cable, because there is a pickup installed, but I'm not sure. The same kind of deal here on the end. You can kind of see areas where the finish, there's some of these lines, just where the finish reacted with stuff. A lot of times these guitars, they get left in the case for long periods, and this one clearly did because it's not worn, it's very clean, lived a lot of its life in the case. A lot of times they'll get set on a strap that's on there, or a cable, or pieces of paper, or just all kinds of stuff. And what they'll do is just leave a little indentation on the finish. Electric guitars happens all the time with a coily cable. They'll put the cable beneath the guitar, rest the guitar on the cable, and you'll see the cable marks. I call it case wear. So it's there, but it just is what it is. What else can we say about it? It's had a pickup installed. I don't know what kind of pickup it is, but there's the jack. And it comes up and rests underneath the saddle. So that's been installed, which is a nice addition. You can plug into a sound column or something and play this thing, and it's ready to go. What else can we say about the guitar? Okay, on the bridge here, this is the original bridge, but if you look closely, you can see some small splits between the bridge pins. It's very common on these. It's not a structural issue with the bridge, okay? But if the fix for that is just to have a luthier, what they do is they kind of get some dust of rosewood, and then they mix it with glue, and they just fill that in. And that's how you deal with it. So that's another thing you can do if you want. It doesn't need it to play it. It's fine. the way it is. Got the Grover tuners on there, patent pending. Yeah, it's a beautiful, lovely, fun playing Martin from a classic era. So it is available for sale. Appreciate you watching the video and checking it out. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate it. You'll get updates, and if you click the notifications as well when I post new videos. I typically post my stuff to social media first, including YouTube, so if you want first crack at this, go ahead and check it out. You'll also find the link to my website below if you're watching this on YouTube, and you can check out all my other listings there as well, or you'll see the listing above depending on where you're watching the video. Anyway, thanks for checking out this great vintage Martin. We'll have more to come. Have a great day.